Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another broadcast here of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics with their varsity basketball program coming down the road a piece to take on the Mancelona Ironmen here at Next Level Broadcasting. Shane Smith with Boss Man here and my partner tonight, Charles Strail, also running the camera. Charles, welcome in here. I know you're kind of excited about this game. A lot to talk about here between these two teams. What do you got for us?
Well, yeah. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on a Monday, January 6th. We are proud to be
And now, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Snowbirds, number 0, Daniel Jacobson.
Mountain here in this Ski Valley showdown for the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. The starters will be Daniel Jacobson, David Wall, Nathan O'Connell. Also starting will be Hogan McKinley and Joe Jacobson. So we got a pair of Jacobson brothers in the starting lineup tonight for the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds.
All right.
And a total of 2 freshmen for the Snowbirds. And here we have the light show as the Mancelona starters are introduced.
You can never go wrong with a good light show here to get the atmosphere going in well, instead of a Friday night, a Monday night basketball game. We'll take it any way we can get. So we've got junior number 2, Ryan Nomchev. Sophomore number 3, Owen Crino. God, I love this. The Chicago Bulls music, the light show. Junior number 4, Jackson Bennett. Another junior, number 24, Jaden Lanning.
And if you're looking at this starting lineup team, when we see and the lights come back on, you'll see that a lot of these Mancelona Ironmen are about the same height, same size, with the same long arm wingspan.
Yep.
And they utilize that physique to the best of their ability with how they play defensively. They're going to get up, press, show a lot of up-tempo defensive style, want to get aggressive traps in the corners, and they'll even trap in like unusual positions. So it should be a good one here tonight. The key for the game, can the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds take care of the basketball, and can they hit some outside shots? They're going to need to do that. They're one of the worst shooting three-point teams in the Ski Valley Conference. Even though they have a 2-2 record, they don't shoot it great from outside the line. And then for Mancelona, can they stay out of foul trouble? That'll be the test.
That will be the test indeed, as Mancelona comes away with the tip-off. And the first ball knocked away. That was too much there for Jaden Lanning to hang on to. Goes back to the Snowbirds. The last gentleman there in the starting 5 was number 31, Isaac Burley for Mancelona. So with that, St. Mary's gets the ball back right away. Just 7 seconds into this one. And that'll be tipped away once more.
So that'll be the strategy. The Mancelona Ironmen, well, it looks like they just forced a turnover.
Yeah.
That was Daniel Jacobson, who thought he was either pushed or deflected it off of an Ironman. Mancelona with a turnover now to even it up between these two teams.
So it'll be Ryan Nomchev taking care of the inbound duties to Lanning. Back up top to Nomchev once more. And around to Bennett we go. Mancelona kept out on the perimeter so far, looking for their first basket. Nomchev being the floor general, setting things up. Back to Lanning in the corner. Meets some pressure. Up top we go to Burley. Nomchev staring down his opponents, gets off to Burley once more. And finds Lanning in the corner. We've got to travel.
So that's 2 turnovers for Mancelona on their opening 2 possessions, 1 for Gaylord St. Mary. 3 turnovers here to start in this 38-second period we've had in this first quarter of play. Hopefully that's not indicative of how this game's going to be played all night long.
Pass intended there for David Wall. Yeah, knocked away by the Ironmen. So St. Mary's will get it right back at their own basket. Jacobson taking care of the inbound duties here. Gets that off to Nathan O'Connell. And up top we go. Jacobson with it once more as he works that one inside to McKinley. He'll work his way back around the top. Good defense here, and Nomchev comes away with it for the Ironmen. Drives all the way in, makes the connection.
And there's a turnover for a touchdown, so 2 points off turnovers so far for Mancelona, and 2 Snowbird turnovers to match the Mancelona turnover total. And as I said early on, the Snowbirds are going to have to take great care of the basketball. So far, they've got 2 turnovers, still haven't had a shot attempt yet. So they'll have to really do a good job of squeezing the pumpkin here if they want to have a shot at the leader of the Ski Valley Conference, Mancelona.
The other thing you said, Mancelona needs to keep out of foul trouble. They're the first ones to get it, only 1 minute and 10 seconds into the game. Big shot coming up here, no good. by Jacobson. Back the other way with Mancelona. And that's Burley in control. Burley, apologize. And now it'll be Owen Carino passing that one off. Back to Nomchev in the corner, in and out, back in, and once more. 3 bounces, and it finally falls in for Mancelona. 5-0 score here.
Yeah, you got to be living right to get that bounce off the backboard, a couple times off the rim and back in the cylinder.
Nomchev here making up for his foul that he was called on here a moment ago with that 3-pointer. To the corner we go with Hogan McKinley, and back around up top and inside with McKinley once more. Sends that one back up to our nameless 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's Joe Jacobson.
Joe Jacobson. I'm going to have to
is
make
number
note of
14. So there's another turnover by the Snowbirds. That's 3. Snowbirds still with only 1 shot in the game, down by a handful. Mancelona has applied their defensive intensity, and it has impacted this game as Jacobson comes up with the steal. Snowbirds have a 3-on-2 break. He will force the action and draw the foul. So that's 2 fouls already against the Ironmen, nearly 1 minute and 20 seconds into the game.
So that foul will go on for the Ironmen. Owen Carino, his first, team second. This is Charles mentioned. And there we go. First points of the game brought to you by Mr. David Wall for the Snowbirds.
That was actually Nathan O'Connell, who just got the nice little tip in there. There's a rebound by Jacobson as well.
Yep. Okay, so back around we go to McKinley and up top to Jacobson. Finding Joe Jacobson now. Got his name here entered in on our score sheet tonight. And a takeaway by Carino all the way in. No good there on the layup. Mancelona fighting for the rebound. They get it, and the putback by Bennett, drawing the foul as well.
So if you're the Snowbirds, you really can't tolerate that effort level there because Mancelona blew the layup attempt, and the Snowbirds still only got 2 players back in transition defense. You got to do a better job of getting back and just hustling if you're Snowbirds there as Mancelona completes the 3-point play.
So there you go, Bennett, adding 3 onto his tally. 3 for him, 5 for Nomchev. The Mancelona 8. As the Snowbirds take things back over, down by 6, 8-2, 4:48 and counting to go here in this first period. We find Jacobson in the corner, back up top to Joe. And around we go once again. Big 3, and it's in, drawing the foul as well from Daniel Jacobson.
Daniel Jacobson rips the net with a 3-pointer, chance for the rare 4-point play. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for this Snowbird offense as they're now starting to get their feet underneath them. And don't look now, but that's the 3rd team foul against Mancelona.
Yeah. You called the ball exactly there, Charles. Mancelona already finding themselves in foul trouble early. 3 fouls to go. That one will fall on David Wall, his 3rd. Number 3, his 1st. And now we've got things passing back around here. Quentin Tobias. David. You know, it'd help if I looked at the right roster sheet. There we go. I'm on the computer, ladies and gentlemen. So now, back around we go to St. Mary's, and they'll let that one go.
There's another foul, Shane, so that's the 4th team against Mancelona. Snowbirds will be in the double bonus the last part of this half. Roughly 50% of the opening quarter, the Snowbirds will be in the double bonus, shooting 2 free throws.
Joe Jacobson here with it, trying to find, well, he gets his bigger brother Daniel. And around we go. Inside, the banker off the glass, David Wall.
That's a nice play by Daniel Jacobson. He drew in 3 defenders, found Wall underneath, and Wall with a quick and decisive move to get it off the glass.
Big heave for Mancelona, and the shot no good. Long or mid-range jumper there from Lanning. The putback no good either. So go back the other way. Daniel Jacobson
nice pass.
Finds McKinley. Not able to deliver on the 3. There on the rebound was Wall. Gets it back. And back up top to Joe Jacobson. Just short there on the 3-point try.
That should be a foul going against the Snowbirds against Wall. That's the first foul against the Snowbirds, and you got to like the way right now, if you're head coach Dale Jacob, that this team has settled back into the game after being down 5 points early. They've found a couple nice baskets inside, one on a baseline out of bounds play. Jacobson hit the three-pointer, and then Wall made a nice pirouetting right-handed hook shot. Both teams going to the bench here, Shane,
That's
after
right.
that substitution.
We've got Bidwell Mokama here, the newcomer for Mancelona. We'll get to the Snowbirds here in just a moment as that one gets knocked away, remaining with the Snowbirds. Cooper McKinley in for the blue and white. As he takes the ball here, that'll be Hogan. Back to Cooper, and now around we go once more. All the way, Daniel Jacobson delivers. And Snowbirds found themselves in a 6-point hole, 8-2, now up by 1, 9-8. As Nomchev and the rest of the Ironmen take a moment to reset here.
Yeah, Snowbirds on a 7-2 run right now.
Oh, there you go. Gets it upended by Jackson Bennett for a big three. Back to an 11-9 game. And Snowbirds and Daniel Jacobson works his way in. Doesn't like that opportunity. Gets it back over to Hogan McKinley. Double team, spinning it around, drawing the foul here from Mancelona.
And the Snowbirds will go to the free throw line after that personal foul. They're 0 of 1 from the charity stripe so far in this game. And the Snowbirds have taken the only free throw attempt so far in this first quarter. So this first quarter being a pretty free-flowing quarter, absent of the Mancelona fouls.
Yeah. So that'll be the first on Bidwell Mokama.
And that's the first point of the game for Hogan McKinley. I want to give a shout out to the cousin of Hogan and Cooper McKinley. That's Nick Wenzel.
Is he really?
Nick Wenzel,
Yeah.
watching from home, one of our biggest fans. Shout out to Nick Wenzel.
There you go, Nick. Good to have you, buddy. Hopefully you're tuning in, and I'm sure you'll be letting us know of your presence later on in the YouTube chat box. Always happy to have you. As McKinley tied things up here, 11 apiece. Got another foul coming up.
That's going to be on Nathan O'Connell. That's his first foul. This game being called pretty tight so far. Yeah. And I would venture to say that that favors the Snowbirds a little bit with the type of style that Mancelona wants to play. They're going to pick up a lot more fouls because of just how aggressive and handsy they can tend to be. But the key pieces for the Gaylord St. Mary needs to stay out of foul trouble.
And another big three from Mancelona. Jaden Landing delivering on that one. 14-11.
And nice baseline out of bounds set. Snowbirds lost Lanning, and he knocked it down. But right now the Snowbirds will be able to make a hay from the free throw line as McKinley will go back. Already he might be able to change his mailing address to the free throw line, Shane. Third and fourth free throws for him, and we're not even through this first quarter.
Hey, if you're Hogan McKinley, make hay while the sun shines there at the free throw line, keeping you right in this game. Able to make it a 1-point score if he gets both of these in. Not able to get a good bounce there, but he gets the rebound. Not able to connect on that one either. And a fight here between two different Mancelona players results in a travel.
Yeah, I got to credit David Wall there, just trying to hustle and get that offensive rebound. Tipped it out, Mancelona. They weren't able to secure it. And the Snowbirds get a second opportunity here, down 2.
Hogan McKinley taking care of the inbound. Gets it off to Daniel Jacobson, buried there in the corner. Gets it back out to Hogan. He's looking for his lane inside. Lets that pass go, and refs will say he was the last one to touch it. No Ironmen got their paws on it, so it'll be back to Mancelona. 1:22 to go here in the first period. Time slowed down a little bit. Mancelona still hit by 2, 14-12. Nomchev to Bennett, back to Nomchev now. Staring down Hogan McKinley, works his way around the top. Over to Bennett for another big three. That one air balls. And that won't be saved in time by Owen Crino.
So Gaylord St. Mary, traditionally a man defensive team. They're coming out in a 2-3 zone defense here in this first quarter. And Mancelona so far has shot the ball pretty well. They've made 3 3-pointers, which is kind of the Achilles heel of a zone defense. But it's also eliminated Mancelona from getting to the basket. So we'll see which is the give and take for that zone defense versus this Ironman offense here in this rest of the game. But so far, the Snowbirds showing a little wrinkle to what Mancelona has probably seen on film.
Yeah. Little action there between Hogan and Cooper McKinley. Hogan with it now. Double teamed once more, and that'll be out of bounds there off the dribble. Back to the Ironmen.
And that's back-to-back turnovers for the Snowbirds. They have been down by 2 points on the most recent possessions, and they've turned it over. Fortunately, it's been the dead ball variety of turnovers, throwing it out of bounds, forcing Mancelona to inbound the basketball. However, that turnover tally is climbing.
Brandon Shaw back in now to give Mokama a rest. Big three brought to you by Hogan McKinley.
Yeah, that was a great run to the three-point line by McKinley. Jacobson found him in the transition break. And so far, the Snowbirds doing their best to try to match pace with the three-point barrage. They've got 2 of their own.
That'll be last touch there by the Snowbirds. Mancelona with 9 seconds to go here to try and get the lead back. They've been down by 1 point twice so far, as Snowbirds doing a good job of hanging around and flying right in their face. David Burley, no good there. Or Isaac Burley. Back the other way, 3 seconds to go. Jacobson puts that up with a prayer. No good. So it will remain a 1 point Snowbird lead, 15-14. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll step away for a quick commercial break. And we'll come back on the other side of this with a word from our friends at J&J Construction. Stay tuned.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just about ready to get underway with our second period of action. Charles, a fast-paced game here that we've got.
Fast-paced game, even though we've had multiple free throws attempted. All free throws attempted in this game so far by Gaylord St. Mary. They've got a 1 point lead as we head to the second quarter. Spearheaded by 6 points from Hogan McKinley. Daniel Jacobson pitching in with 5. And Mancelona with 3 made three-pointers in that first quarter. Both teams shooting it well as Jacobson penetrates, slides in for the layup, and man, that thing took a world tour around the rim, and he got it to go.
Took a lucky Snowbird fall there. 3 point lead that they have over Mancelona, the biggest lead that they have had so far in this game. Jeff here looking to just play a little keep away. Back and forth between Isaac Burley, now inside to Jaden Lanning, kicks it back out to the corner. Back Bennett, no good. All the way, McKinley saves it just in time. David Wall there to grab it up. Now back to Hogan. And Joe Jacobson takes it once more. Up at the top, met a lot of trouble there, and that'll just casually go out of bounds off of.
I've been impressed by the poise and moxie of freshman Joe Jacobson here. I mean, smallest guy on the floor by a couple of inches, and he's not rattled. I mean, he's making sound decisions with the ball. And there's another foul against the Ironmen. That'll be their second of the quarter already, and we're just 1 minute and 17 seconds into this period.
Well, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but being in a school the size of St. Mary, someone like Joe Jacobson, you have to have a lot of poise for someone of his age because of the small school and small pool in order to reach from. You were in that position yourself playing in school. But Daniel Jacobson lights one up from way downtown. We've got to stop here.
And we got a delay of game warning after Jacobson made the three-pointer. But here's the thing right there. I want to talk about Jacobson. Joe Jacobson.
Yes.
Before he got it to Daniel Jacobson, his brother, to make that three-pointer. Mancelona hasn't seen a lot of Joe Jacobson. They don't really know what the scouting report on him is. So naturally, you're going to try to go out and test the smallest player on the floor, see if they have what it takes to play at the varsity level. And what Joe Jacobson just made Mancelona do was overcommit to the trap. He found an open teammate, his brother, and Daniel knocked down the three-pointer because Mancelona committed too many resources to try and, freak out his younger brother. So just one of those things that I like how the Snowbirds are playing so far in this game, going to the zone defense, also being able to rebound out of that zone defense pretty efficiently without allowing Mancelona a lot of second chance opportunities.
That's exactly right. It's working out for them well. Currently up by 6, 20-14. That was 14. Joe Jacobson that just got it off. Now he's got the ball once again. Finds McKinley in the corner, puts it up for three, and it's in.
And that's the fourth made three-pointer of the game for the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds. And, my keys to the game this evening would be for the Snowbirds to limit turnovers, shoot a good percentage from three, and then for Mancelona to stay out of foul trouble. So all three of those keys to the game are well into the ignition of this Snowbird offensive machine. And, with 4 made three-pointers in the game, the Snowbirds are off to a very good start, and they've been taking care of the basketball, and Mancelona has been fouling a lot as well. So if the Ironmen can kind of sort out these fouls, I like their ability to, figure out this zone defense. Can they get some more second chance opportunities? The Snowbird defensive rebounding has been really, really good so far in this game. If Mancelona can try to pick away on the offensive glass, I think that's where they need to go to try and establish their offensive rhythm a little bit.
All right, well, Brandon Schauer back into this one. As he stares down Joe Jacobson. Inside, did not like that opportunity, kicks it out. Joe Jacobson takes it all the way once more, puts it up against Jackson Bennett, and it goes back the other way. Good clean block there. Bennett dishes that one off to Carino. And now inside along the baseline to Burley. Mancelona trying to get a shot off, passing back and forth to a lot of players. Limited opportunities so far to score here in this second period. 2.5 minutes gone by. Carino once again with it. Double team back up top to Schauer. And another pickpocket here by the Snowbirds. All the way in, 4-2, Mr. Hogan McKinley. And that brings the Snowbirds up by 11, 25-14. The answer back no good from Isaac Burley. And will remain with Mancelona.
And right now the Snowbirds with 2 of their most important players in double figures already between Hogan McKinley and Daniel Jacobson. McKinley with 11, Jacobson with 10.
Jackson Bennett here, staring things down, thinking about it, passing it over to Burley. He thought about it, didn't like that either. So inside we go, another kickback. And a big shot coming up here from Jaden Lanning. Finally, 3 on the board, brings him within 10.
Yeah, it'll be crucial for Mancelona to try and force some turnovers. If they can do that, they can get back into this game quickly. Nice play by the Snowbirds, but Mancelona eventually forces the turnover.
Just as you were talking about Brandon Schauer here. Now back to Lannon as he works all the way in. Gets 2 more, 5 straight now for the Ironmen.
So it's apparent that Mancelona has had a hard time scoring in the half-court set versus the Snowbirds' zone defense. And the Snowbirds continue to relentlessly turn the ball over at a high rate.
Yes.
But you don't want to allow Mancelona, you don't want to enable them by giving them free possessions and turnovers. they can play against a set defense and see what they can do. The zone has kind of thrown them off a little bit. Snowbirds just got to rebound the basketball.
Crino here facing a lot of trouble under the basket. Kicks it back up top. Burley going for the three-pointer, no good, off the heel. And that'll be back to Mancelona after McKinley was the last one to have his hand on it.
Yeah, and that's one that you got to squeeze if you're the Snowbirds. You got to secure these defensive rebounds, because if Mancelona's content with taking open three-pointers, if you get an open shot against the zone, it's most likely going to be a three-pointer. But if you allow them to reload with second chance opportunities, then your defense is total scramble mode, and you're giving up really good shot looks.
Bidwell Mokama and Devin Hale back into this thing.
And that was Daniel Jacobson who almost timed that one up for a steal. That would have been a score as well.
Ironmen catching a lucky break here, still down by 6, 25-19. It'll be Bennett here. Getting that back over to Burley. He thought about taking one from about 3 paces behind the arc. Gets it back off to Bennett instead. Once more to Burley. He works his way around the top. Now Hale will try his hand at it. Back to Bennett we go. So far, not much inside the paint as of recent from Mancelona. Burley tried one there, so another 3 ensues. That one will be just short from Crino. Picked up by Jacobson.
The Snowbirds need a good, solid possession here.
Well, they had a solid possession here. Picked up all that foul and then some, as Jacobson will be going to the line.
Yeah, and the Snowbirds continuing to put Mancelona in the despair of foul trouble.
Yes.
I mean, the Snowbirds, I believe, took 5 free throws in the first quarter. This is their first free throw attempts of the second quarter. And right now they're 3 of 6 from the free throw line.
18 fouls for Mancelona, 3 for St. Mary. Jacobson goes 1 for 2 there.
4-7 from the, or excuse me. What would that be? 4-7 from the line for the Snowbirds right now.
Greeno didn't like that going inside. Back up top we go. So it'll be Bennett from the same place that Mancelona's been shooting threes all night. Missed that one. There to get the rebound was Burley, and the takeaway here by Jacobson.
Great hands inside by David Wall.
No good there. Jacobson a little bit short there on the three-point try. So it'll be Devin Hale once more. Gets that off to Crino. 2:30 to go here in the first half. Around and inside. No good on the layup either from Bennett. St. Mary kicking that one way up court. Nobody in the vicinity to get it. So Devin Hale picks it back up for the Ironmen, and they'll have another attempt down 26-19. Crino driving that one all the way in travel call.
So right now, it seems like when the Snowbirds have been able to take care of the ball and break this pressure, they've gotten really good shot attempts. And Mancelona, their really only consistent offense right now is to get a turnover and try to turn it into like a fast break or a advantage number situation. That's really the best offense for Mancelona so far in this game. Their half-court offense has been just kind of stuck in neutral, if you will, going against this St. Mary 2-3 zone defense. And
well, what's the biggest change that we saw? Because we saw Mancelona starting out red hot. They went on an 8-2 clip in the first 3 minutes of this game. Turnovers, that's all it's been. Well, turnovers and fouls, I suppose, but no other real changes otherwise from St. Mary?
Well, the critical component for St. Mary's game plan here is to be able to rebound defensively.
Okay.
You're in bad positions linearly on the floor on a zone defensive scheme. It's hard to find a body to block out offensive rebounders. I've been really impressed with how the Snowbirds have been able to rebound out of this zone here. That's the Achilles heel of a zone defense. And Mancelona, if they can get that piece going, offensive rebounding, to go along with forcing turnovers, then they could get back into the game. But as long as the Snowbirds can always hold one of those two things in check, defensive rebounding and limiting turnovers, they've got a good shot at holding on to this lead.
Hogan McKinley back to Jacobson. McKinley once more with Mukama providing to be quite pesky on the defensive side of things. Now it's Cooper McKinley trying it. Gets it back off to his bigger brother. And St. Mary will be content to work it around the perimeter again. Cooper lets that one go, and that was just too low there for David Wall to pick up. Back to the Ironmen we go.
I also want to specify the types of turnovers that Mancelona is looking to generate. They want to find live ball turnovers. The dead ball turnovers, like we just saw, force Mancelona to still come back and play against the St. Mary's set half-court zone defense. The live ball turnovers allow them to get, easy runouts, 3-on-2s, 2-on-1 breaks. But there's a nicely executed little high post pass for the basket.
Owen Creno there delivering on that one. 26-21. St. Mary's still on top. Another turnover here. There's your live ball, Charles.
Yep.
As we go back the other way, Mokama. Too much power there on the layup. Back the other way.
And St. Mary needs to be on guard at falling into the trap of playing Mancelona's game. Trying to speed this game up, look for big passes down the floor. There's a nice one.
Yes, indeed. Nathan O'Connell delivering the mail there. 28-21, 46 seconds and counting. Big shot from Creno for the three-point corner, no good. And the putback by Bennett, a little bit too much mustard on that one as well. Nathan O'Connell gets the rebound ultimately for the Snowbirds, and back into the hands of Daniel Jacobson we go.
And that's the fourth team foul against Mancelona, so they will not have any more fouls to give. Snowbirds with 5 or 4 fouls to give before Mancelona would be in the bonus penalty. And I believe that'll be the second.
Yep, coming up here on Bennett. And Jeff also with 2, as well as Isaac Burley. Their 3 most impactful players so far in this game, finding themselves with 2 fouls apiece.
Don't be surprised if you see St. Mary try to take the last shot of the half here, Shane.
I wouldn't expect anything different. Daniel Jacobson stuffed there. Gets it back to Cooper McKinley. As he works his way around, loses his footing into the hands of Nomchev. He gets that one off to Lucas Keller, no good. Bennett comes down on the rebound. And Daniel Jacobson will sit with it on the floor, and that'll be the buzzer.
Well, I mean, if you're the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, that half ended at about the best way possible, given the circumstances. You have a live ball turnover. Mancelona had a 3-on-1 break, and they smoked the layup and don't get a bucket before the end of the quarter. So for Gaylord St. Mary, they'll take that 7-point to the locker room and run as fast as they can to the locker room, because they played a really, really sound first 16 minutes, but it kind of came off the rails a little bit toward the final 2 to 3 minutes of that second quarter with the amount of turnovers that they kind of inflicted with a little help of the Mancelona defense. So I think we're setting up for a really interesting second half of this game between the Ironmen and the Snowbirds. We'll be back on the other side of this with the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Points. Yeah. What?
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
That Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord. Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Know that Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord. Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
All right, there we go. Snowbirds with a defensive rebound. We want to welcome everybody back in. This is the third quarter presented by J&J Construction. Snowbirds up 28-21. There's a turnover. Can Mancelona pay it off with a point? They can. First points of the game, or third quarter, I should say, go to Mancelona on the turnover. Jacobson bringing it back in a hurry, puts it up, and answers back for the Snowbirds. So a key answer, and Jacobson now leads all scorers with 13 points in the game.
The young man there doing an excellent job leading the Snowbirds here, trying to get them closer to victory. 30-23 lead.
There we see a little foul on the Snowbirds, a hand check variety. 2 fouls for the Ironmen, 1 for the Snowbirds here in this third quarter. Still a 7-point lead for Gaylord St. Mary, which is the same amount that they took to the halftime locker room.
That'll be Nathan O'Connell picking that foul up. As Mancelona finally gets a couple more points on the board.
And there's a good call right there. Fouling Hogan McKinley. That's the third on Mancelona.
And that shot most recently by Mancelona was put up by Owen Creno.
Yeah, Creno had a nice drop step, left-handed hook shot, finished over his right shoulder off the glass. Snowbirds need to bring some help here to get this ball inbounded.
Big pass to Joe Jacobson. Had a lot of trouble there with Nomchev, finding Daniel Jacobson, and now Wall there under the basket, puts in 2 more.
Yeah, great find by Daniel Jacobson, but that was all set up by the poise of Joe Jacobson to not panic when he was trapped.
32-25 game. Jaden Lanning to Burley, and now to Nomchev. And once more, Bennett driving in. Not able to get a Mancelona bounce. Goes back in the hands of, McKinley. And now we've got Joe Jacobson once again back over to Hogan McKinley. And big shot from Daniel Jacobson. No, that one falls short off the rim. Back the other way. Nomchev under the basket, finding Hale, and he delivers. Shower right there to get the 2. 32-27, 5-point game, 4:56 to go in the third.
Nice cut by Jacobson and a pocket pass. Snowbirds just couldn't finish it, but good execution of offense. And it looks like they'll get another crack at it here as that one, I believe, went off an Ironman.
And we've got a timeout called here on the floor, Charles. We want to take some more bills, or are we going to stay right here?
Yeah, let's keep it right here where we have an opportunity to do so. I want to let everybody know here that this third quarter is brought to you in partnership with J&J Construction. Listen, J&J Construction, whether you're trying to build a new home, remodel a current home that you want to turn into your dream home, that's where J&J Construction comes in, helping you get from point A to point B. That point A is where your home's currently at. Point B, where you want it to be.
Oh, there you go.
And that's J&J Construction, a proud sponsor of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. Also want to give a shout out to our other partners tonight, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, the Jimmy John's Gaylord Eye Care Center, among other sponsors.
Daniel Jacobson, pass over to Hogan McKinley here on the inbound, no good. Mancelona and Creno come away with it. And now put up for 2 more.
And
That's
David,
24, Jaden Lanning.
Yeah, David Wall hit the deck hard, and he's slow to get up. He was fighting for the basketball over there on the sideline, or on the baseline.
Not able to put much weight there on that right leg.
Yeah, it appears that that right leg is shaking up a little bit. He's a tough kid, but we're back to a 3-point game now as the Snowbirds lead has been trimmed down to a 1-possession lead.
A couple different times in this game, St. Mary's have had the lead by 11 points. Back to 3, 32-29. They've got the ball here with Joe Jacobson. Off to his big brother, Daniel. And off in the corner we go. Another 3 ball, and it's in. Brought to you by Hogan McKinley.
And there's the delay of game technical foul called against the Snowbirds. So the delay of game will trigger a technical foul for Mancelona to shoot. There was a warning given earlier. And what that delay of game is on and predicated on is that when the ball goes through the net, the team on offense cannot tap the ball. You need to allow the other team the ability to grab it and inbound it right away. And what the officials are taught to do is to give a warning when the first time it happens, and then if it happens again, there's a T assessed to the bench of the team that committed.
Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen a thing like that before in my life. The ball got caught there on the heel, and that's where it stays off a couple of gentle bounces.
I'd have a venture to guess that this has to be, I think you can't reshoot the free throw here. I think it needs to count it just needs to count as a missed free throw.
Okay. Wow.
I mean,
well,
the
there's
reason,
first time for everything.
The reason why it's a miss is because it didn't go in.
Right, yeah. No, that makes sense.
So they kind of look at that as a dead ball, as it didn't have any motion for quite some period of time.
But they'll have it here to try and make up for the lost free throw attempt there.
But unable to capitalize on that technical foul shot, Mancelona.
Yeah, but there you go. Carino brings the ball right back home if you're Mancelona. And it's now a 35-32 game. St. Mary's still with a 3-point lead. Cooper McKinley brought up in a fight here, and that'll be a foul.
Yeah, that'll be the fourth team foul against Mancelona.
That'll go on number 20, Devin Hale there.
Yeah, so the Snowbirds will be in the bonus the last 3:45 of this third quarter.
Well, that'll be their fourth foul for Mancelona. So, let's see how things go here. 3:44 to go. Devin Hale's first foul. That was McKinley who picked up the technical here a few moments ago as well. As Jacobson spinning around finds Hogan. And now Cooper McKinley, errant pass there. Mancelona break it up. And the big pass up court we go to Bennett. And now Carino once again. That one was well short.
Yeah, if you're the Snowbirds, he's the guy that you got to find right now. He hit that last three-pointer and almost made back-to-back.
Yeah. 3 minutes and counting here. Cooper McKinley buried in the corner, works his way around Nomchev. Back to Joe Jacobson. And now it's Daniel Jacobson spinning, gets the charge.
Yeah, Mancelona able to pick up the foul on Daniel Jacobson. That is his second personal, so he'll have to be careful defensively not to pick up a third personal foul.
Carino lets one fly from three. That one short again. There on the rebound was Hale back up top. And Nomchev there lets that one go. Hale saves it right in the corner in the nick of time. Takes it in, delivers himself. Nomchev on the rebound. That one also gets tipped away. Gains it back once more. A fourth chance here taken away by Daniel Jacobson. Jacobson all the way down, spins around, puts it up effortlessly.
And that's a good decision by Daniel Jacobson, playing off 2 feet. And a turnover. Hogan McKinley gets the theft, and he'll go to the free throw line because Mancelona is over the limit.
Yep.
So similar to the first quarter, here in the third quarter, Hogan McKinley steps to the free throw line. Mancelona over the limit. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. It'll be paramount for the Snowbirds to make these free throws. However, they're now 4 of 8 in the game here from the charity stripe, looking to get back over 50% coming on the second attempt from McKinley.
Both of them fall short there, gets the rebound. Off of his missed free throws, Daniel Jacobson resetting here for the Snowbirds. You got big 55 Charlie Cameron in there trying to interrupt some things, but Daniel Jacobson waits and delivers with some patience.
And that was excellent patience, Shane. He played off of 2 feet.
Yep.
Gave a head fake and then let the defender go by, and then an easy 4-foot jump shot.
Nomchev airmails that one. Daniel Jacobson there on the rebound. Minute 45 to go in the third. Lots of time in this game. 7 points separate the two teams, though. Hogan McKinley back to Jacobson in the corner. No good on the deep shot. Somehow, on the rebound was Nathan O'Connell, and a scrum here on the floor. Hogan McKinley comes away with it for the Snowbirds, and what a mess we've got going on here. Snowbirds resetting now with Joe Jacobson at the top.
And this all started off of an offensive rebound by McKinley on 2 free throws. So this is the third crack at it, if you will, on this possession for the Snowbirds.
McKinley to Jacobson, and we'll have a travel. As one of our counterparts and good buddy Eric Huffman of Charlevoix likes to say, pack your bags, we're traveling to TVC.
Yeah.
Cherry Capital Airport, one of the premier airports here in the state of Michigan, the best and busiest in northern Michigan, getting you anywhere you want to go. All three of us, Charles, Eric, and myself, are using TVC Cherry Capital Airport to go across the country and the world this winter season. Another missed shot here by the Ironmen. As Jacobson here gets it back and forth between the two brothers. Now it's McKinley working inside to Cameron. And a good pass there to Nathan O'Connell. Gets 2 more on the board for St. Mary. 9-point game, 41-32. 31 seconds to go in the third. 3 ball put up, and it's in from Isaac Burley.
So let's see how the Snowbirds can execute here end of quarter situation. Last time they had this opportunity in the second quarter, they turned it over, trying to take the last shot. Let's see if they just take the best shot here. And that's right there. One of the things that the Snowbirds most likely made an adjustment in the halftime locker room, Shane, is in the second quarter, they tried to run the clock all the way down. That time, Hogan McKinley recognized he had a wide open Charlie Cameron underneath the basket, didn't hesitate, threw him the ball. Cameron goes to the line for a pair.
Bounce there.
This would make it a 3-score game if he's able to knock it down.
Buries it. 10 seconds to go here. 42-35 ball game. Began this half with a 7-point differential. Right now looking to end it with a 7-point lead if you're St. Mary. Hogan McKinley tips that one. Mancelona keeps it with 6.5 seconds to go.
If you're Gaylord St. Mary, you got to realize that you still do have 1 foul to give.
Yep.
So if you get burnt or if you get backdoored, you can take a take foul here without any penalty. So like right here, you can take that foul on the ball handler.
Crino short. The rebound put back no good there by number 5, Bidwell Mokamas. Will take care of our third quarter of action and step aside for one more timeout commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in 60 seconds after word from our friendly sponsors.
That Jimmy John's is everyone's go-to option for freaky fast subs. But did you know that they're unveiling new menu options? That's right, Jimmy John's new menu has something for everyone and is a great way to feed the whole family. So, whether you're watching the big game, hard at work, or taking the family out to eat, Jimmy John's wants to make finding a gourmet sandwich easy. The crew of Next Level Broadcasting trusts their pregame meals to Jimmy John's, and you should too, at Jimmy John's in Gaylord.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All righty, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Your fourth quarter of action just about to get underway here. The Snowbirds have the 7-point, 42-35 lead up over Mancelona. We get our clock adjusted one more time for our fourth and final chapter of this game. Charles, some big adjustments that Mancelona might be looking to make here as they end the quarter, down 7 just as they began this half if they want to try and pull out the win.
Yeah, they got to not foul. The fouls have been put in St. Mary to the free throw line and put Mancelona's good players in foul positions. So can the Snowbirds put them in foul trouble again, Mancelona that is, and can the Snowbirds continue to rebound the basketball defensively? I think the game ultimately will come down to who can make critical free throws.
Okay. Got a travel coming up here on Nathan O'Connell. So Mancelona will get a chance here to have the ball back, and they need to capitalize on it to keep this game close, or else St. Mary's has proven time and time again to make them pay for it. Lanning to Bennett. And back around to Burley. No good from the 3 ball. Back the other way.
And Mancelona here really staking their claim on the ability to make 3-point shots. They're really playing a little passive, in my opinion. They, I think, have some opportunities to get to the basket that they're foregoing right now.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here. Hogan McKinley gets that one off to Daniel Jacobson. Spinning around, tosses that one up to his younger brother, Joe. And another travel here, 2 straight now for the Snowbirds.
And that's back-to-back travel calls for the Snowbirds. You don't want to have those turnovers, but they're not as bad as like a steal or an intercepted pass where Mancelona can go and try to score on the other end of that. So this allows St. Mary to set their defense, which has been playing really, really good as a unit so far in this game.
Cooper McKinley comes in to replace Joe Jacobson. Bennett there short on another 3-point attempt. If you're Mancelona, you might want to start thinking about driving it towards the basket, and at the very least drawing a foul, as the 3-pointers just have not been going in as of late. Hogan McKinley with it here. Getting double teamed right at the nearly half-court line. That'll be a foul coming up.
Timeout, actually. Head coach Dale Jacob wanted to take that timeout before Hogan McKinley was swarmed by 2, maybe 3 Ironmen defenders. So this 4th quarter has gotten off to a bit of a slow start. However, I wouldn't be surprised or shocked if this game ends with some fireworks. And we've seen some fireworks so far to this point. The Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, we came in and we talked about how they needed to make some perimeter jump shots. To their credit, they've gotten really good open looks against this Mancelona defense, and they've knocked them down.
Yep.
Mancelona, in my opinion, has been settling a lot against this Snowbird zone defense. Snowbird's defense forcing Mancelona to keep the ball on the perimeter and then chuck a 3. Mancelona with a distinct size and height advantage down low, but I also got to mention the big guys for Gaylord St. Mary, like Nathan O'Connell, David Wall, and Charlie Cameron when he's been in there, have been holding down the fort in the paint, securing those defensive rebounds.
All righty, well, let's see what Daniel Jacobson and the rest of the Snowbirds can do. That's Cooper McKinley left unattended. Gets that one in for 2.
I want to give a shout out to not only Cooper, but Charlie Cameron did a good job of sealing off his defender. They call that a Gortat screen, where you've already got the defender on your back and the ball handler just goes right in front of you, effectively sealing off the defender from blocking the shot.
Isaac Burley lasers one in from about 5 feet back. 7-point differential here once again, 44-37. Hogan McKinley gets that one broken up. Big toss up court to Bennett, and he makes him pay.
And there's the turnover for the touchdown that Mancelona's been dying for.
Jaden Lanning on the breakup on the other end of the court here to allow Bennett the opportunity. 5-point, 44-39 game. Cameron lets that one go to Nathan O'Connell.
Yeah, great pocket pass from Cameron to O'Connell. There's the theft.
Hogan McKinley there on the takeaway. Daniel Jacobson thought about the 3, thinks better of it, gains control of it, works his way inside the paint, goes back out. And now we've got Nathan O'Connell for another 3. Just off the mark there, picked up by Burley.
Open look, just unable to knock it down.
4:54 to go in the game. 7-point difference still, 46-39. Crino to Naum, Jeff, and back up top to Bennett. Only one player so far into double-digit scoring for Mancelona. No good there, off the glass from Crino. Jacobson strutting all the way in, gets that one knocked away. He will remain with the Snowbirds.
Yeah, you know, that's a Euro step move. Jacobson used that to evade the defender in the paint. I think he'd be okay there if he just come in, played off 2 feet. We saw him get into the heart of the defense, come to a 2-foot jump stop, shot fake, go up. He's really adept at being patient in the lane when he gets there. I think if that happens again where he's on a transition opportunity, look to see him play off of 2 feet, go up, shot fake, maybe draw a foul, get to the free throw line. Right now, I don't think we've had a quarter where we've gone this far without having a foul called on either one of these two teams.
No, we have not.
Fourth quarter is a really cleanly played quarter so far up to this point. And I've been impressed. I just want to make mention, the passing down low between the Gaylord St. Mary big men. When they've gotten that ball on some diagonal passes, it's a 2-on-1. And they've been able to connect on that 2-on-1 more times than not. And, you know, I think a lot of this game right now comes down to possessing the basketball, creating good open looks, and then securing the possession with a defensive rebound. I think the team that has more chances here, that creates more opportunities to score via the offensive glass right now, has an opportunity to either cut this lead or extend this lead. I think it'll come down to offensive rebounding here.
Jacobson to O'Connell here off the inbound, back to Jacobson as he works along the baseline. Bennett providing to be pesky, back up top to Hogan McKinley, and now Cooper we go. 4:20 and counting. The big shot in from Jacobson. 10-point, 49-39 game. The second biggest lead either team has had all game long. Mancelona do or die time here with 4 minutes to go on the game. Bennett here with the ball, allowing things to set up for a moment. Back over to Isaac Burley. And now Crino puts up the three. Off the heel, no good. And that'll go back to the Snowbirds. 3:54 to go in the game.
That's a big-time shot by Daniel Jacobson, the senior leader of this Snowbird team. Leading scorer in the game. Now the Snowbirds, if you got to really be ready for this pressure. Make sure that you get a really good shot as well.
Jacobson with a big heave up to O'Connell. Lets another one fly, just short off the iron. The Ironmen take it back here with Crino. Daniel Jacobson came screaming in to intercept that one. Just pretty much broke that up, keeping it with the Ironmen far too fast to get a handle on it.
But what that does do is it stops the transition opportunity for Mancelona there, Shane. Snowbirds have done that a couple times. I believe Hogan McKinley, Jacobson combining for a couple of thieveries in the backcourt when Mancelona has had transition opportunities.
Big post up here. That one off the glass, in and out from Isaac Burley. That's been the bread and butter. All these shots here from Mancelona, not able to connect so far. And that's Cooper McKinley back over to Big Charlie Cameron. Gets that one tipped away by Crino. Bennett taking it back here in transition, going all the way up. For the 6-footer, no good. Into the hands of Jacobson.
And Jacobson's got to be closing in on 10 rebounds here. He's been a monster on the boards as well as on the scoreboard. And doing a good job of taking care of the basketball himself as I believe Cooper McKinley draws a foul. And that's only the first team foul 5 minutes into this fourth quarter.
That's incredible. We've seen multiple points in this game where particularly Mancelona will have 3 or 4 fouls going into the 5-minute mark of each quarter. So we'll see how that goes and plays a factor into this game later on. Still a 10-point differential, 49-39, 2:55 to go before we hit triple zeros. Charlie Cameron over another big three off the iron from Hogan McKinley. The rebound from Cooper, no good. There, Charlie Cameron able to put it back. 12-point lead.
There's your offensive rebounding on display, Shane. I talked about the team that offensive rebounds better has an opportunity to either extend the lead or close into this lead. And so far, the Snowbirds, since that timeout was taken on a 5-0 run, but courtesy of the Cameron 2-pointer and the Jacobson made 3-pointer.
Mancelona will keep this one after a little scrum there on the floor. Naumchef around to Shower, and now inside to Lanning. Puts that one up, no good.
And the Ironmen have really not had an inside scoring paint presence in this game. I mean, all their points in the paint have seemed to have come off of transition, Shane. They haven't had anything in the half-court set. And that's a testament to the Snowbird defense, as it looks like a timeout's taken here on the sideline by head coach Dale Jacob. This will be a 30-second timeout. While we have an opportunity to do so, we want to give a shout out to Schultz's Marathon Party Store off of exit 301 on I-75. Schultz Marathon Party Store for all those northbound destinations that the Snowbirds teams travel to. The Schultz Marathon Party Store reminds you to stop, fill up your car, and fill up and take care of your appetite with a mouth-watering slice of pizza. That's Schultz's Marathon Party Store, critically acclaimed by our one and only biggest fan, Nick Wenzel. He will drive just about any distance to get to Schultz's Marathon Party Store, not only for that hot slice, but also for some gasoline.
I like that, Charles. Critically acclaimed. There you go. Schultz's Marathon Party Store. Nathan O'Connell putting one up there. And that was likely going to be St. Mary ball, but apparently it'll stay with Mancelona.
I think O'Connell's left foot knocked that one out of bounds.
Okay.
Mancelona's going to have to get some quick offense here, but also a good shot.
Well, you'll have Hogan McKinley breaking this one up all the way down. Good block by Bennett, but the putback from Cooper.
And that was an excellent job. Snowbirds out-hustling the Ironmen. And when you out-hustle, we saw that exact same thing happen, but flipped in the first half. When Mancelona had a 2-on-1, they missed it. Snowbirds didn't get back. Mancelona's guys that hustled down the floor were able to get the putback.
St. Mary opening up a can of worms. Bennett, though, delivers a three. Might be a little too late here. Minute 25 to go in the game. Still an 11-point differential as our scoreboard goes out.
We've got one working scoreboard here.
Go. So it'll be 56-42. That doesn't seem right.
53-42.
There we go. Okay, they got things worked on down there on the floor.
So the possession error will keep it here on this side of the floor with Gaylord St. Mary in possession of the ball. Mancelona has 4 fouls to give before the Snowbirds will shoot free throws. So they need to take some fouls here quickly, or else the Snowbirds can just milk this clock and play keep away.
That might be what happens here. 53 seconds to go. Nathan O'Connell not able to get one there. Right next to the basket. 50 seconds and counting. Good pass inside. Lanning. Apologize, that was Hale. No good. Hogan McKinley takes things up. 30 seconds to go.
That was really smart play by Hogan McKinley to force Mancelona to come foul. He used roughly 10 seconds of game clock by that maneuver itself. He had an open layup.
Yeah.
But at this stage of the game, 10 seconds of clock is worth more, or I should say running off 10 seconds of clock is worth more than 2 points. Mancelona with 2 team fouls, and they'll need to give 3 more before they can put the Snowbirds to the free throw line.
McKinley here spinning around. Cooper, McKinley, and that's now O'Connell will get stuff here in the corner. Another foul coming up on Hale.
And that's still the 3rd team foul for Mancelona, and that took roughly 8 seconds of game time to give that foul. And it looks like Mancelona is well contested to concede here. Wave the white flag, and it looks like the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds are going to come out on top of this Ski Valley Conference clash, as Daniel Jacobson is going to dribble this one out as the Snowbirds win a road battle here to start 2025 off with a victory over the Mancelona Ironmen. Shane Smith, your thoughts as the Snowbirds claim a double-digit victory?
Well, probably, I've seen a couple of games here with the Snowbirds so far this year, their most complete game that I've seen so far. And I think this near 3-week break that they had from their last game proved wonders for them as they were able to work on their offensive bounds, get some good pickpockets there on the defensive side of things, really just work on their team shooting all the way around. This is, I believe, their highest scoring game so far this season, or close to it. So great to see from them. It was early in the season. This is only game 5 for them, so they were finding their identity early on, and now I think they're becoming more and more filling into their own shoes, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with here in the Ski Valley Conference as time goes on throughout the season.
Well, that's going to put a bow on it here from Mancelona. Gaylord St. Mary wins a road battle 53-42 to go to 4 wins and 3 losses on this 2024-2025 campaign. For myself, Charles Strail, along with Shane Smith, we say thank you for making us a part of your Monday evening here with Next Level Broadcasting's live stream courtesy coverage simulcasted on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on Gaylord St. Mary Athletics on YouTube. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your evening. See everybody tomorrow.